Hi, this is Majinone, and here's my quick review for the three X titles that came out. We have Uncanny X-Force number 2, let's see, X-Men 530, and X-Men Legacy 242. Now, out of these three titles, these two are probably the weakest ones. With X-Men Legacy, what they're doing is rebuilding San Francisco, and they're also rebuilding Utopia. So they send over some mutants over to help, reconstruction. Now, what we also do is if you remember this guy here, I forgot his name offhand, but he's the one that lost his arms in the Second Coming. Well, he's being Mr. Emo Kid, and he's just crying. We can bring back people from the dead, but how come you can't regrow my arms? Yeah, I don't want these mechanical arms. And, he's just whining. And, I understand his point, and yeah, I'd probably be whining a little bit too, but, I don't want to see whining in a comic book like that. But, anyways, what they're doing is they're setting up a storyline that might actually be interesting. It's going to involve the Sentinels, but it's not going to be, at least so far from what I can tell, it's not going to be here's the giant Sentinels coming rampaging through again. So I'm kind of curious to see where this is going to go, but I'm not holding my breath that it's going to be anything spectacular. As you can see, the art's okay. It's nothing fantastic. But anyways, like I said, that's just legacy. It's not that important, I guess. With the Uncanny X-Men 530, I'm really kind of disappointed with Fraction on this one. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it's basically a disease that's spreading through mutants, and to me it reminds me of the Legacy virus, and that's why I'm I don't know about this one. Now, the other drawback is you have Greg Land's art, and in the past I really did like his artwork, but now I just look at everything and all I'm thinking of is which porn website did he get these pictures from, to inspire his artwork. And like this, he traced this, and there's a couple other pictures where, that's probably traced, and there's a couple pictures from Scott and stuff like that. This is probably traced, and it's just to me, I don't want to see a trace of a picture that he searched 10 minutes for online. And it's very distracting. All these women all look the same too, especially the Emma Frost characters. So it's how can you tell the difference? I mean, even Dazzler looks like Emma Frost, except for she just has a different hairstyle. So I'm really, really disappointed with this. Now, if you remember these guys over here, there was a storyline where they tried to take down the X-Men when they were on Utopia, and they pretty much failed. Well, what they're doing now is they have this drug which basically will grant people mutant powers. So what they're doing is they got these 5 individuals here, and they're going to give them mutant powers, and that's the storyline there. So there's 2 branches of the story, so we'll see how they connect. Now, naturally you would think that if you had the regular X-Men team, they would just destroy these wannabes. So that's hence the quarantine. So now you have people like Dazzler, North Star, the B grade team, or not even a B grade team, more like D grade. You also have the storyline with Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde and them going off with Sebastian Shaw, so they're out of the picture. And Storm's back for this, which I don't know where she's gone. Considering I think, she just comes and goes as she pleases. So this was kind of weak. The best of the bunch was the Uncanny X-Force number 2. The art is fantastic, the writing was really solid, and I'm really, really looking. This is probably one of my favorite X titles, and it's also one of my favorite titles of the, on my pull list. They're still going after Apocalypse, trying to assassinate him, and while the beginning part of the book really got me down because of what happened, it just quickly picked up. by the end of the story, or at least by the end of the issue. There is a new Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and these Horsemen are really creative. Like, War is pretty much the same, but the other three Horsemen, when I looked at them, I was like, what the heck are these guys? They're very, very cool, very original. I'm really curious to see how they're going to play out. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's very unconventional, is the best way I can describe it. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how this is going to progress. And especially I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Warren, if Apocalypse is going to be able to take him over. But again, this is a very, very strong issue. Highly recommend it. The other two, we'll see. We'll know how it plays out a little bit later. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Subscribe to the channel, rate the video up or down, let me know what you think, and I'll have more reviews up later. So until